So, do you know you can learn a lot in just 10 minutes? Imagine learning how to set headers and footers, how to insert page numbers, how to perform find and replace, how to spell check a document, how to set line spacing, and even how to apply different formatting structures. For example, applying page layout to be portrait in page 1 and landscape in page 2, and even saving a document with also a new name. This will be done if you watch up to the end. Otherwise, welcome. I'm Robert. Ready to go. Question 1A. Type the document below exactly as it appears using a word processing package and save it as fast. So, I need a folder where I can save my work and just call it practicals. And opening it, I'm going to create the new document with the name first. Then the next thing, I should answer the question which follows. First of all, I should type this text as just a plain text and then later apply formatting features as required. Here is the unformatted version of our practical. So we are going to start to apply the formatting. First of all, let us check the font size. The font size should be equal. For example, the first line ends with perform, and we have software. We have it is here and application. So we need to adjust the font size of all of this and try to make it similar to that. If we apply font 12, you can see perform is here. Increase it again. Perform goes to the next line. Therefore, that means we need 13. Pressing enter. Now the document or the font size is as equal as the one in the practical paper. Now here we have the heading, which is underlined and also bold and also center aligned. So select our heading, center align the heading, bold and underline. We also have this term definition, bold, nothing else. So it is definition, select even that one and then bold. Let us check the next paragraph. We have application software, which is bold and underline. Application software, bold and underlined. We also have standard package and user developed as a list. So standard package and user developed, we set it as a list with dots like this. And then we also have user this paragraph, which has been italicized, and therefore we're going to select the paragraph and italicize it. Where is our I? Here is it. Apart from that, we have system software, which is bold and underlined. Therefore, system software, bold and underlined. Apart from that, we have operating system, utility software, and translators as a list. So here we have them here. Operating system, utility software, and translators, and we have bullets. Last but not least, we have two columns here in this paragraph from application software up to compiler. Therefore, from the compiler up to application software, it should be only two columns. Layout, go to columns, and then we set it to 2. Here we have it. We have a line between the two. So to get line between, go to more columns and set line between. Now, in your case, you may find that your column doesn't start at this point like mine. So in case that is the end, we can see that the end of our first column is Microsoft Access etc. So you only need to go to breaks and insert a column break, and that is what will happen. The new column will start at this point. We are done with that point. Now let us go to the next page whereby we are required to draw this graphic, that is structure diagram. So to go to the next page, we need to tell our computer that we need a next page. So we can just go to next page. How do we insert a next page? Go to insert, then blank page. Something I want you to notice, the location of a cursor determines a lot on where the next page will be inserted. For example, let's assume this is the position of our cursor. If I insert a blank page, then the text will be sent to the next page and we'll have a blank page at the beginning. Undo. Suppose my cursor is at this point and then I insert a blank page. What will happen? It means the text will be taken to the next page. Undo. So I want my cursor should be at this point so that I may insert a blank page as required by the examiner. So the next thing is structure diagram. Structure diagram. This structure diagram is centered and make it bold. Bold and also underline. Now after that I have to unbold and also underline. What follows is drawing, and therefore I'm going to draw all of these rectangles. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How am I going to draw them? Insert, shapes, rectangle. Here is my rectangle, and I have to replicate them. Copy, copy, paste times 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the rectangles I'll be using. Likewise, I also need these lines. So get lines and maybe paste them somewhere here. I'll be using one by one. So for example, I need this line. Copy the line and paste it again. So once you are done with drawing, what else are we supposed to do? It is to apply text. For example, we need text here. Right click and then insert text. Add text, and the text is software. Then for this case we need application, software, and here we have system software. We have user developed, and in this case we have standard packages. We also have operating systems, utility programs, and the last one we have translators. translators. After this, after drawing any graphic, it is usually advisable that you may select any group. So select all of these one by one, holding shift. Once you select all of them, go right now, we head to shape format and then find this icon named as group objects. As you can see from the computer, you group all the objects and they will become one object. Now, from the question paper, you can see that the outline is blue for all the objects. Likewise, we are going to set the outline to be blue and the shape fill is just white or no fill. So white will be okay, or even you can also say no fill. But now we cannot see the text. Still again, let's go to text formatting, which is here, and we set text fill to be black. And that's how you solve that problem. So from that point, we also need to type this text, and that's what I'm going to do right now. To type the text, you need to bring the cursor at this point by just double clicking. And just double click and then you type your text there, like this one. After that, what else are we supposed to do? We need to draw this table, and it is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 columns by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So insert table 5 rows by 4 columns. The first column is merged. So right click and merge cells. Then the first 3 rows are also merged here. Right click and merge. And then the last one is just type in, we are done. So this is just software. This one here will be merged into one. So this is Question 1b, put header and footer. The header should read software notes. How do you insert headers? Go to insert header and just choose one of these headers here, like this one here. Then type what? Software notes. That's how you insert header. The other one is the footer should read learning word. Again, insert footer and pick one at the bottom, and it should read learning word. Once you're done, close header and footer. The next question is insert page numbers at the bottom right of the document. So insert numbers at the bottom right, like this one here, and it should be page numbers like that. But now this one will replace our footer. So what do we do in this case? Again, I'm going to insert my footer. So is it insert footer, and I pick a footer which allows me to insert a page number and the uh, page number and the footer. So where can we get this footer? Page number to the right and then the footer to the left or somewhere else. So to do so, insert a footer, and this footer should be the one which allows us to enter page number and also have the footer somewhere. And here is it. For example, this one can be okay. Can we find another one? Another one here is it. So we can have this one here. So we can have this name changed to be just learning word. Cancel this. I'm going to change my author name and set it to learning word. And then close header and footer. So we shall be having the footer and the page number at the bottom. The other question is search for word MS and replace the word with Microsoft. So that goes to, we go to replace. We find the word MS, replace it with Microsoft. And then we go to more and we tell the computer it should match the case. Match case. Then replace all. Only 5 replacements were made. Let us see these replacements. And you see one of them, Microsoft, here is it. Another Microsoft, another one here, and others. So that's how you apply match case, or you find and replace. The other one is spell check the document. So to spell check, go to review, spelling and grammar checker, and then click yes in case this message comes, and then you start correcting. Then the other one, correct. This one you can also correct. This one you can also ignore. Then tasks, specific task, you can just. Then the other one is learning word, and the spelling and grammar check is complete. Change the paragraph starting with standard packages to 1.5 line spacing. That is standard packages. Where can we get this one? Here is it. Standard packages, and the spacing should be 1.5. That's how you apply it. You can also save. The next thing is copy the structure diagram to the next blank page and set the layout of the page to be landscape. So copy the structure. Where is the structure? Here is the structure. You just need to select only one of them like this, and everything will be copied because we have grouped. Now after this, we need to insert a new page, and this is how we insert, like I showed you. Insert blank page. Then after inserting the blank page, we're gonna paste our work here, our structure like this. But we have been instructed that this page should be landscape while the others are a portrait. Is this possible? Let us check. If I go to layout and set this page as landscape, all of these pages will be landscape, and this is not what we want, so I undo. So the only thing I'm supposed to do is, while in the previous page, I'm going to apply a next page break, like that. So I'll be able to, let me bring it back. Yes, like that. Let us see whether you can see the breaks by clicking here. We need a next page break. You can see we have a section break for the next page. So after that, now we are in a new section. We will be able to apply the landscape orientation for that page alone. Like you can see right now, the section break has been applied. So after that, now I can hide these marks, which tells us where the section begins, where the section ends, because I'm done with the question. After this, what else do you need? Save the entire document as final. So to save again, you can just click File and Save As. Go to my practicals. Am I saving mine? My practicals. It's not here. Okay. Can save it here. Exactly. And save it as final. The original one had how many pages? The original one has got 2 pages, but the other one has got 3 pages as required by the examiner.